How's the real estate market? The real estate market's fantastic. How do I know? What do you mean it's fantastic? I took a listing on Friday at 4:30, and by 6 p.m. we had 3 appointments, and before the weekend was over, we had an accepted offer. That's not exciting to you? Thinking you want to get your house sold? Oh, nobody's going to buy my house. Interest rates are so high. Really? Nobody questioned the interest rates. Who's made a sale here? Anybody question the interest rates on your sales? Vic, anybody question an interest rate? Hugh, did it even come up, Hugh, when they were talking
No.
about the sale of that? It
No.
never even came up.
No.
Nobody said, oh, wait a minute, I'd love to offer this much money, but if the interest rate's too high. Nobody cares. People are not that concerned about the interest rate. What are people concerned with? What's the payment monthly?
That's
Right?
what they're concerned with. How much
Most people are
cost
concerned
me.
with what's the monthly payment if it went down 3/4 of a point. That's a lot of money to go down. So if somebody's saying, oh, I would love to buy that car, but I can't afford $1,000 a month. What if you found out that that car was only $600 a month? It's like, I could afford that. I could do $600 a month. Well, that's the whole thing. If you don't know and you're not checking, you have no idea. There it is. Right there. Mortgage calculator. So you go in there, somebody's buying a house for $400,000. You put 400. How much do you have to put down? Oh, I got 10%. Okay, great. So that's 360 mortgage. And payment, interest rate, 6.9. Let's just say Ali said I could do 6.4. 6.4. Scam likely go away. Date. Monthly payment, $2,104 before property tax. Oh no, that included property tax. They counted $237 of property tax. Let's just put, because we're in Westchester and Rockland, let's put $1,000 a month for property taxes. My new mortgage payment, property taxes, $1,000, homeowners insurance, $2,867. See how easy that was? Really? If I could buy a house for $400,000, it's going to cost me less than rent. Got that? Less than rent. You can have a great conversation with somebody and say, how much you paying for rent? Are you crazy? You're paying $3,000. What is it in Dobbs Ferry? 36. One of them, $3,900 a month. Are you crazy? $3,900 a month. You can own that condo for $2,800. Are you nuts? Seriously. If it's somebody you know, don't tell strangers you're nuts. Not a good idea. Just saying. You understand that conversation? The whole idea is we want to get a listing. I want to get a buyer. Not every buyer is going to go straight to show me some homes, let's go shopping. They might ask you a bunch of questions. Really? Want to go shopping now? I should go shopping for a house now? What's the interest rates? I don't know what the rates are. Well, you know what? Why don't we just real quick, let me give you an idea. What are you looking for? Right off the bat, you can afford a $500,000 house. It's only going to be like $3,600 a month. Go rent something the size of a $500,000 house that you think you would buy. It's going to cost you $5,000 a month. Why wouldn't you pay $3,600 to buy that house? I don't know. Simple conversation. These things come up. Not everybody is going to say, come to my house and bring all the listing papers. You're going to walk in, you're going to go, nice house. Here's the papers. And they go, okay, let me sign it. You're going to have some dialogue. It's going to happen. How long do you think it's going to take to get this house sold? Well, all depends on how much we price it for. Price is going to determine how fast we can get it sold. Let's see the condition of the house. That's going to make a difference, right? You got to be ready to engage in conversation. If you don't know the first thing about a house or the condition of a house, except for it's dirty or it's clean, you can recommend a pre-inspection. So at least most people have an idea that the major stuff doesn't need to be replaced, or if it does, the boiler's no good. How much you think a boiler is going to cost? Water tank's no good. How much is a water tank going to be to replace in the house? I need some questions from my studio audience here.
what portions of the house should we be looking at and telling them that, yes, this is value added versus it's just
Right.
like anything else.
Right off the bat, curb appeal. Curb appeal is very important. That's why homes traditionally don't sell for as much as they should this time of year, because it's snowy and the bushes have no leaves on them, trees have no leaves, and you just see everything. And it doesn't look as pleasant as it does late March, early April, when everything's green and the trees all have leaves on them. So the curb appeal is really important. Some people this time of year, even though it's pretty disgusting out, their house still looks real nice. It looks good. It's well maintained. The bushes don't have any leaves on them. The trees don't have any leaves. There's snow piled up on the lawn. The 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 look of the house looks neat and tidy. Curb appeal is the first, because that's the first thing you do. I have been doing this for a long time, and I pulled into many driveways when I was driving around with buyers, and we pulled into driveways and they go, I don't even want to get out. I'm not even getting out of the car. Yeah, I made an appointment already. They told us they could probably clean the whole house. Well, I'm not going in. I don't care. All right, sit here.
That.
Yeah, you've done it. Happened to you too, right, Jen?
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. I'm not getting out the car.
And get out of the car. Okay, well then sit here for a minute, because I got to go inside, because that's rude. I'm not going to be a rude like you. I don't say that either, but that's what I'm thinking. I got to go in there. So people cleaned the house, made arrangements to let me in. I got to at least go inside the house. So sit there, fine. I'm going to go in the house. I learned something anyway. And I walk through the house. Sometimes they're there and I've had to apologize. I'm sorry. Oh, come on, get them in. They go to the front door. They come on in, come on in. And we go, no, it's okay. They don't like the house. Curb appeal. If it doesn't look good from the curb, then it's going to be a problem. That's number one, Val. Number two, biggest room in the house where everybody congregates, kitchen. Kitchen number one in the house. You can have not so great bathrooms. You got a great kitchen. That's where people hang out. In some homes, like in a condo, kitchen dining area, a lot of times for that very reason, they knock the wall out and they make an eat-in big kitchen with a big island, because that's where people hang out, in the kitchen. Dining room, take it or leave it. Most people could take it or leave the dining room. Living room, if there's a TV there, people are there. If there's a family room and a living room is not, it's not a focal point. People want their view from their master bedrooms. You mentioned a pool, Valerie.
Yeah.
To some people, a pool is a must. And to some people, a pool is, I can't deal with the pool. It's got a pool, don't show it to me because I don't want to deal with it. I'm that guy. I dealt with a pool for, since my kids were little. We've had a pool. And a pool is a pain in the ass. So right now, if I was leaving, going somewhere else, and they say, oh, there's a pool in the backyard, I don't want it. Not interested. Don't want it. Not me. Not for me. So pools are one of those things that add value to somebody that wants a pool. Somebody that wants a hot tub, it adds value to have a hot tub. But if you're not into hot tubs, there's no value. So those things are extra. But everybody needs a kitchen and everybody needs a bathroom. And everybody wants, especially today, their house to be pretty looking from the street. When I do a listing presentation, first thing I do, step by step. This is how I learned to do it. Walk up to the house, look at everything first. Get a good idea before you walk up. Ring the doorbell or knock on the door, whatever it is. Smile. Hand them something. Shake their hand. Very nice to meet you. You got to do that. Those satisfy all three senses. The person who's a touchy-feely, you shook their hand. The people who have audible responses, they heard you say it's very nice to meet you. Thank you for bringing me to your house. It's a lovely house. Thanks so much. Have a pen, keychain, whatever. Now they're walking through the house. You go, I need to go. Let's set up. Before we do anything else, let me just put my stuff down. Oh, you could put it right here. No, I'd rather just get to the kitchen. Where's the kitchen? Take me to the kitchen. Don't you want to see the rest of the house first? No, I really want to set up in the kitchen. Let me do that. Let's put that out there. And I'm going to set up my stuff, open a laptop. I'm not even going to open it. I've done this so many times. I'll put the laptop in the kitchen or my tablet, set it up in the kitchen, say, okay, Here's what we're going to do. First thing first, we're going to, I'm giving like a preview of what I want to do. I'm going to look at your house and I want you to show me your house the way you want me to show it to people. I don't know your house. I know houses, lots of them, but I don't know your house. So I want you to show me the house the way you want me to show it. Because they're going to walk through and go, oh, my husband built this built in. Oh my God. And we love this room. That's the way I want them to explain it to me so that I can understand it. So that when I show it, or when I'm coming back with feedback from them, I want to let them know that I was paying attention, right? So we look at the house. After we look at the house, we're going to sit down. We're going to look at and determine some comparables. I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about my business, my company, and then we're going to come up with some comparables, and we're going to have to determine a price. Yeah, but I already know how much I want to sell for. I get that. Hang on, don't jump the gun, because I probably am going to agree with you. This is my dialogue. I'm probably going to agree with you. But either way, we're going to look at some of the comparables so that we can come to a conclusion on the price. Then we're going to talk about my fee. Well, I'm telling you right now, I'm not paying you any more than 4% or whatever. That's okay. Don't worry about that. We're going to talk about that later too. Great. Okay, so show me the house, right? I got to diffuse that. I can't let them take charge, because when you're explaining and you act like a professional through the whole thing, they soften up. They do. They think they're going to be a hard ass and say, this is what I want. By the time you've done everything really professionally, you walk through the house, you made notes, make sure you're taking notes on the house, and they go, see this? And how wide is this room? This is where you kind of psych them out a little bit. So how wide is this room? Oh, this room, it's 11 by 13. Oh, is that it? Am I really? Okay, 11 by 13. I kind of want to bring them down a notch, because everybody thinks that their house is the best house. Everybody thinks that. If they think, most people think everybody on the street, they got the nicest house. Oh, I know Mary Lou's house down there, and Shirley and next door here, they don't have what I got. They don't have heavy duty nails, and these curtains, these are custom curtains I got from Sears in 1976. These custom made curtains that, so we don't want to blow it there and tell them, lady, you realize that's like 70 years ago, right? Just lighten up. We'll get to it. Anyway, so I go through the tour and we sit down. I want to have a conversation with them. First, we're going to go over some comparables. Do you have an idea what you think your house is worth? Oh yeah, I went on Zillow, got his estimate. My house is worth $750,000. Okay, great. Now we're going to open up some of the comparables that I brought with me. I'm going to bring enough comps to look at similar homes, and we're going to look at some of the homes. If you have your tablet, you can get an internet connection and open it up on there. That's why my tablet actually has its own phone number, so it's wireless. I don't have to do a mobile hotspot. I don't have to sit there for 10 minutes going, what's your password, whatever. If you're going to do a mobile hotspot, set it up before you go out there, so it's already done. So when you open your laptop, all you have to do is do the connect, and then you got your mobile hotspot ready to go. Makes you look good. The more stuff, or the calmer, the more prepared you are, you look good. We're going to look at comps. Sometimes they got some number that is just wacky, too high, and you can start looking at other homes. Now, I just walked through your house. I know what you got. You just showed me everything. So now I'm pulling up some other homes, and I'm like, okay, this home is comparable to yours. Look at this kitchen and look at your kitchen and this bathroom and that bathroom. How do you think that compares to yours? Well, some people they could be a beat up kitchen. They go, my kitchen's just as good. And what's the difference? They could come in and put their own new kitchen. Okay, great. Not a problem. I'm trying to diffuse them and trying to bring them down a notch, unless I'm totally in agreement with their price. If I'm in agreement with their price, then we can skip to the next step. My company. You need to know about my company and my broker and the reputation that we have as a real estate outfit that's been around for 25 years. Never heard of them. Well, they've been around for 25 years. They are independent, real independent real estate brokerage firm. We don't have to follow all these crazy rules and I'm sure you've heard about all these lawsuits that are happening about commission, all affected the franchises. We're an independent. My broker can do whatever he wants. Our commission is negotiable, right? Want to start with that. I'm not paying any more than 2, 3, 4, 5%, whatever it is. I'll pay you, but I'm not listing the house. I'm not signing anything. You got to be able to make these people feel comfortable enough. And everybody's different. I can't give you right now, here's a script that here's if they say this, you say this. That doesn't work. Every situation is going to be different. You have to, that's why you have to spend a little bit of time with them and you want to read them. I don't usually accept, unless there's a coffee pot already made and I can smell coffee, I'm not accepting a cup of coffee. At the most, I'll ask for a glass of water because I talk a lot and my throat's going to get dry. Otherwise, I'm not sitting there. Oh, we're just going to sit down and eat. You want to eat anything? I'm not. That's okay. Maybe I should come back at another time. No, no, no. This is your time. That's okay. You've had this conversation. We want to have this conversation with people. We want to get them to like us. Does everybody understand what I just said? We want to get them to like us, trust us, feel comfortable enough that they're going to say, you know what? Sure. Where's the papers? I'm very good at that. I'm going to pat myself on the back. I'm very good at that. I can have a conversation. By the way, the last, I don't even know, couple of years when I did take a listing, I just walk in the door. I don't have anything on me. Nothing except for, listing the contract. I don't have anything on me. No presentation, no nothing to hand them, nothing. It's just strictly, I'm going to tell you about me. I'm going to describe some stuff to you. And I'm pretty good, as you probably know, I'm pretty good at painting a picture in my conversation. So I'm pretty good at it. But it didn't come from not doing it lots and lots and lots of times to the point where you just feel more comfortable. So for you to have lots of stuff, by the way, if somebody has a home that they want some ridiculous high price for it, you should print, even if it's old, print a stack of expireds. Just print a nice thick, at least 3/8 of an inch stack of all the expired listings, single line expired listings. And then before you go to that house, print that day's expired listings and put it on the front. So when somebody says, I know the house is worth $650, but I think you should list it for $800,000 anyway. And then you got Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I get that, but see what this is? This is a list of all the expired listings that had that same thought. Because they sit on the market and the public knows today that the thing is on the market for a long time. And instead of saying, I'm going to wait for it to come down, you know what the public says? When it's too priced, hype,
Yeah.
and it's sitting on the market for too long, what's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's
That's-
wrong with it? Were you going to say that, Val? You
Yeah.
gonna say
that's what's
Yeah.
wrong?
First thing, and then what happens when they do finally start putting offers in? They start throwing low ball offers at you. So we need to educate them. That's the point of everything you do. I'm a teacher. Obviously, I'm an educator, right? This is what I do. So it comes natural to me to try and explain everything. And when people feel comfortable and they feel like you've explained it thoroughly, they'll do whatever you want. They'll do whatever you want. That's the key. And then I would, if you have the guts gauge, that was what they told us. It's a guts gauge. And in the middle of the presentation, we've discussed how much we want to list it for. Now we get to the part where it's my commission and you hiring me. And they're like, I'm telling you right now, I got to talk to 3 other realtors before I make a decision. The guts gauge is for you to say, what's it going to take? Listen to this. What's it going to take to get you to list with me right now? What's it going to take to get you to list with me now? Listen, You may not, if it's like, oh, if you list it for 3%, I'll do it. Then I'm wasting my time. Don't waste your time. The guy says I'm not listing it for any more than 3%. Pack your stuff and get the hell out of there. But if he says, listen, I've talked to a bunch of realtors, or I have a feeling you're a nice guy. So, but I think I'm going to wait. Well, you're okay with the price we discussed? Yeah, the price is fine. You like my company, right? Yeah, no, the company's fine. And you like me, right? Is there anything about me that you didn't like? Oh, no. So it's just my commission. Is that what we're talking about? We're talking about my fee. So every single thing, we got to find out like what it is that making you not make a decision. Because when somebody says to you, this was really great, we're going to think about it, and then we're going to call you. You could leave there going, I got this, it's in the bag. They're going to think about it, but I know I got it. They're not sitting there like this thinking. You know that statue? It's called the thinker. The guy sitting like this. They're not sitting there thinking. They lied to you. They lied to you to get you out of the house so they can get the next interview, and they're going to go, oh, look, Jenny said she can do all. Now you left them all your paperwork. Jenny said she's going to do all this. What are you going to do for me? Right? So you got to be prepared to, if you want the listing, do not leave without the listing. Chances are, if you leave without the listing, you're not getting the listing. I mean, if Mary signed it and we're just waiting tomorrow morning, my husband Bill will be home and he'll sign it, that's a listing. But if they say, oh, we got to think about it, it's a lot to think about. Have you interviewed other realtors, by the way? Oh, okay. What did they say? Well, that's kind of confidential. I get it. That's fine. But if you really, if you were going to compare and go to car dealers, wouldn't you say how much the other guy was going to offer? So at least I know if I'm in the ballpark. Most people will tell you, well, that guy said he'd do it for 4%. That's all. That's the reason why you don't want to hire me right now. Everything else is good, right? I'll do it for 4% if you sign a contract right now. And then once that's done, everything's done, then you could start making recommendations. Don't give them free advice. Do not give free advice out. Like, what should I do? Like, if you didn't get the listing yet, don't tell them how to get this house ready to sell. Don't give them that information. Like how to streamline, how to start emptying out closets, and this should be painted, and oh, you should do that. I wouldn't give them any advice. None at all. Number one, why would I give advice to somebody that I don't work for? Free advice. Hey, doctor, can you fix this? No, not for free, and not without you hiring me. Right? What should I do in here to get it ready to sell? Are you hiring me? Do I got the job?
I like that.
Well, I'm not sure yet. Okay, well, when you're ready, I'll give you a detailed plan on what I think should be done around here. If anything, I want to downplay that they don't need a lot of stuff to do. I'll give you a detailed plan, if anything. Once you hire me, I'll make something in writing because I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in here. If they don't give you it, don't give them ugats. Don't give them anything. Don't give them anything. Just say, oh, okay. Are you hiring? Just somebody said, okay, great. Sounds really good. Everything you said. So what do you think? Should I paint this place? You think I should empty some of the closets out? Or, what do you think I should do? Oh, sounds like you're hiring me. You hiring me? Great. Let me get the pay. Oh, no, I'm not hiring you yet. I still got other stuff to do. Oh, okay. So when you hire me, I'll give you a detailed plan. Right? It's just like it's the same thing as show me some homes. Okay, well, I got to sign some paperwork. Well, I don't want to sign anything. Okay, well, when you're ready, no pressure, and you're ready to sign it, I'll take you shopping. Yeah, but can't you just take me shopping now? Why? Why would I do that? Same thing. Why would I tell you my recommendation, my professional opinion on what you need to do to get your house sold if you didn't hire me? Not doing it.
Yes, I say that to my client. I want to see it.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that. Because they're going to ask you for stuff. What do we do? How do I do this? What should I do? What do you think? How do you think it's going to get sold? What'll get it sold the quickest? Do I really need to change my air conditioner? Do I really need to change that refrigerator? Can I keep that refrigerator? You hiring me? No? Ask whoever you hire. Have a nice day. I've walked out of a lot of presentations as well. I should have
Joe,
a,
this was really good, by the way.
what's that?
The presentation was really good.
Which one?
The
What
one you did.
About the house and all of
Thank
that.
you.
Just now, you mean?
Yes, yes.
She's
Oh,
right.
thank
I agree with her.
Thanks.
You answered my question
Now
beautifully.
go knock on doors and go get into some houses to sell. Make sure that you're going to get paid first, number one, because I don't like working for free.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah,
Me
no
neither.
fun.
Me too.
It's way
Okay.
more fun getting paid. It is way more fun. Now, if you're volunteering, like in a soup kitchen, that for working for free, that's fun. That's a lot of fun. It's very enlightening. It makes you feel good that you're helping people. That's cool. Other than that, I want to get paid. Everything else, I want to get paid. If you're doing charity work, I don't expect a paycheck. But if everything else, I want to get paid. Anna was sitting in a coffee shop, doing work in a coffee shop. Good girl. Good girl, Anna. So tell me about you went to another networking thing, or is that tonight?
So no, it was yesterday, 2:30 to 4. It was in the library.
Oh, the library, right. How'd
Yes.
that go?
So the thing is, they are like it's like a conversation. Like we reading books, but they're senior.
Okay.
So when I get there, they were asking me, "Oh, why are you here?" Blah blah blah. So my excuse was, I just want to improve my English.
Wow, that was genius.
I'm gonna see them next week again. So I'm gonna keep them.
Wow. They just asked a young guy at a senior center, what are you doing here? And thinking fast on his feet, he said, I just want to improve my English. And everybody's there helping him, and he shared his card with everybody.
That's
We're going to
good.
go back next week.
Yes.
Genius. That was really an excellent thing. So now you got a bunch of old people that go, there's that nice boy. He's trying to learn English a little better. Come on over. Oh, he's so nice. You're selling your house. You got to call this guy. He's such a nice young fella.
Wait, who is that? Who did that?
Ricardo.
Oh, wow, that's great.
He went to a library senior function yesterday, and he pimped his card out to everybody
It's every Wednesday. So
because they were like, what are you doing here? You're like half of everybody's age. And he said, I just want to improve my
That's
English.
genius.
Pretty slick.
Yes.
I have to put myself
Pretty cool.
outside.
So now, Jenny, you can put an accent on and do that.
Yes, it's like she can go.
Yeah, there's lots of free events all over the place. Or you can do like we said a couple of months ago, is go buy a dog and walk the dog around the neighborhood. You meet people walking a dog in your neighborhood.
I'm not going to the real estate event because basically what I'm gonna do there.
Yeah, just realtors.
Agent.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna-
Jenny,
I'm not gonna-
Jenny, myself, and Donna went to a function last week, and it was full of real estate agents. Like, what are we doing here?
Oh, Joe, that real estate agent, the one that came up to me,
Yeah.
no, that she had like her broker call me. They were really trying to recruit me.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Jenny,
That's
Jenny,
what
who
I
are
said
they?
no. I said
I think I
absolutely
know who it is. A Brazilian girl.
Yes. What's her name?
Yeah,
Yes,
Bruna, right?
Yes. She
Bruna,
tried.
yeah.
She got me too, girl. She's calling me. She just invited me to go there on Friday for I don't know, a
I
brunch or
wasn't
something.
invited to that. Yeah. No.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah,
trying to steal you. Do you know why? Because if they get you, they get a big bonus from the broker.
Yeah, Fred told me they're gonna get
know,
some
like
money, and then
you.
her broker called me yesterday,
I got
and I
called
told
too.
him I was like, "Look, she's nice. She's from Brazil, same as I am, but I'm not trying to move. I'm not trying to change the brokers that I work for. Thank you so much, but no, like stop."
Yo, he hung up on me. He got
I
pissed. I
went
was
to the
like,
city
absolutely.
many times and they tried to do that. And
Yeah.
so what I need to I said, what I need to work.
That's why I don't go to any of the functions for the Board of Realtors. We actually had two ladies, they took this thing together. They both were school moms. They didn't work or anything. So they took the real estate class. And you know the class that you have to take before you can, once you get your license, the H-Guard makes you take a class.
Mhm.
Everybody took that class, the Matrix class? Yes?
Which class?
I just want to make sure that you guys all took, all right, so
Yes.
that class, the instructor was live before the pandemic. The instructor of the class was telling my agents that I hired, you really don't belong there. You belong in my company.
Hmm.
Can you believe that? In a class, the class, I mean, I get it like in a new class. If it's a class like I'm teaching at the college and somebody says, hey, you want to come? Can I work for you? Yeah, come on over. But in a classroom that licensed agents who already have a broker are going there. And so I made a huge complaint at the board that why are you recruiting in a class? I'm not going to let any of my agents do any CE in your freaking stupid school anymore. Not happening. That's just not nice. But they do. I don't do that. I don't want to steal anybody. If you want to come work for me, then call me and say, hey, what's it like over there? Come on over, check it out. I could very easily, it's in the playbook, by the way, when I bought that real estate franchise years ago, the Realty Executives, that was my job as a broker, was to call people all day long and make appointments to have them come in here to hire them. I don't want to do that. If you don't want to work here, don't work here. You got to want to be here. I make it so that people are here, want to be here. I'm here and available for you. Right? What was it like at your old place?
You know?
What was it like there? Terrible, right?
Yes.
Nobody helped you.
No.
Nobody talks to you. Nothing. Anyway, I don't want to. That's not what this is about. All right, 12:55. Thank you,
Do I
Jenny.
have
And talk to people in your neighborhood. Send postcards out, flyers, meet people. Go buy a puppy or rent a dog or something. Go walk around the neighborhood. Go put on a jogging suit and go time yourself. Put a headband on. I don't know what you look like when you jog anymore, but just go around the neighborhood, walk around the neighborhood, do your brisk walk and meet people. You'll be surprised who you're going to meet. That's when you give your card out and talk to people. List the house. Get a buyer for a house. Stop with the rentals. Get a real client so that I can write you a big fat check. I want everybody I'm looking at right now to do $100,000 this year. That's 10 transactions. My voice to God's ears. But it's not going to happen if you focus on the little stuff. Right? Andrea's already got her 100,000 spent. You know what you're going to spend it on, right, Andrea? Exactly. Jenny, what are you going to do with your 100,000?
Oh,
Jenny, what are you going to do with
I
the
want my own
100,000?
property. Yeah, I want my own. I'm tired of paying rent.
So you're going to take your 100,000 that you make this year and you're going to go buy yourself a condo or
Yes.
a co-op? Good girl.
Yes.
Very nice. And a new car.
Yes.
Good. Buy the house first, because if you buy the car, it's going to screw up your
Yes.
debt to income ratio. You don't want to do that.
I have the paperwork here.
Yeah. So everybody think about what you want to do with your 100,000, and then you know what you do? Write it down. Write it down somewhere. Put it on your computer, like right in front of you, so that you know I'm going to make 100,000. And then you can check. It's already 1 month finished for 2025.
So 11 months.
Now you only got 11 months to do 10 transactions. Get to it. Step it up. If you're complacent and calm and relaxed about it, it might not happen for you. 10 transactions. I want to write everybody here a $100,000 check. Val and Hugh, 200 on you.
Oh, that's mean.
All right, so maybe a 150. How's that? I just raised the
No,
target.
200 is good. 2 is good.
Two's good. That's
Two's good.
20 deals. It's only 20, 20-ish transactions at 600,000. Everything in Westchester is 600,000. Rockland County, that's so even if you had to do, instead of 20 deals, you had to do 25 deals to make 200,000, or instead of 10 deals to make 100,000, you had to do 12. Big deal. Not that hard to do a couple of deals at one time. It's really not. If you're doing one deal, it's not that hard. If you had to do 2 of them, it's not that hard. So everybody here, that's your goal, $100,000. Get to it. Did everybody make phone calls? Who's making phone
Yes.
calls, emails out? You doing it?
I'm making phone
Phone
calls.
Yes.
calls, email,
Email,
text,
yeah,
I don't
send
care
email.
what it is, whether it's meeting people, sitting in a coffee shop, meeting people, walking around, going to networking events. Do it now, please. Do it now. Don't wait till April. Do it now.
Doing it all.
That's all I got.
I'm meeting them in the deli.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the guys in the deli about the closing of Somerset, and there's a girl sitting next to me. She said, "Oh, I have a place in Somerset, blah, blah, blah." We end up talking. I'm not looking to sell it, so I give her my card right
Excellent.
in the deli, just from the
And now she
conversation.
already knows you sold one.
Yes.
So it's not even, that's instant reputation. That's why it's cool if you load up your social media every time we have a closing, post it on your social media. Every time we have an open house, put it on your social media. Every time we have an under contract or just sold or just listed, put it on your social media. So if somebody's checking you out, you've got some instant credibility on there. After a while, when they're your real closings, delete the old ones. Get rid of them. Say that wasn't really mine. Get rid of it. In the meantime, put stuff that out there. All right, I'm done talking. It's 1:02. Thanks for watching our Lunch and Learn. I hope you're enjoying it. When you get a chance, you should go check out this book, Balancing Act. It's available on Amazon. Just Google Balancing Act, Joseph Baratta, and it'll come right up. It's available on Kindle. It's available in paperback. Get it, read it. It's not just for real estate people. It's for anyone that's in business wanting to function in their business and enjoy life. Get it, read it. Let me know what you think. Thank you.